Life is a struggle, so is the sport. You have ups, you have downs, you have lefts, you have rights, you have great moments, you have sad moments, So that's the same thing I try to have my team believe in, and I try to instill that. The work ethic, the drive, the competitive spirit, just the strength to constantly move forward and never look back, no matter what the outcome is. Come in first, leave last, day in and day out, just with the same enthusiasm. My name is Joseph Aaron Bayev. I'm the CEO of Avianne and Co. Jewelers. In 1999, when we started, it was just 4 of us. Today, it's 25 of us. My family's been doing this business for 43 years. My grandfather, my father, they started in the jewelry industry as manufacturers. So they would produce product and wholesale it to stores just like mine. In 99, when we came into the family business, what I mean by is my brother and my cousins, is that we just asked our family, we don't want to do manufacturing and do wholesale, and we want to build a brand. Growing up in East New York, Brooklyn, we knew a lot of our friends, they became entertainers, they went into the music business, others went into the sports realm, and so on and so forth. So it was only right to utilize what we have as a family business and convert it into an empire. Me and Izzy are not mad scientists. Me and Izzy are mad brothers.
I'm actually a diamond chef. Meaning, what does that mean? Meaning that I know what I'm looking at when I look into any stone. I know the color, the clarity, the cuts. You guys see a finished product, but this is where it actually all happens. It starts from studs, something very simple, all the way to a complicated piece.
We sell art, like this, for example. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold what inspires you back. You gotta move forward and you gotta create. Little Pump walks in here and he wanted his name across his chest stating Little Pump. I told him, when I think about your name, all I could think about is pump action. And what does pump action? A sawed-off shotgun that's what comes to my mind. I created a graphic image of it. I sent it to him, he approved. And that particular necklace, like the way the necklace is made, it hasn't been done for thousands of years. I sat there and I looked up the history of jewelry, and the only thing that really comes to my mind is Egypt. They were, world power. So what we ended up doing is basically recreating like the way the necklace would lay on a person to today's generation.
That was the main key, to get it to sit right. So when I'm wearing this, if I'm on stage somewhere, it's just hitting on every corner. It's like some King Tux, It's not your average chain. It's like a choker. And then the shotgun is gonna hang right off of it. So it's just an amazing chain. The baby's mad cool person. He randomly walks in, comes in and buys a ring first that we had sitting in a showcase. He fell in love with the scorpion ring. I'm a scorpion myself, so we put a lot of attention into that ring because that was, that's my sign. So I said, you know what, we're gonna make the craziest scorpion ring. And he ended up buying that one, and Little Pump bought the other one. So it's only 2 made, so I'm not making any more. 1 or 2, that's it. And then while he was sitting there, one of my designers was at the store at that time, and he approached him and he was like, hey, why don't we create you something sick, something unique. He's like, you know what, you guys handle it, let me see what you got. We call this the baby zombie, which we custom made for him fully detailed. We actually added blue diamond studs to the baby. And you have his name as a pendant. You have another chain there, rings. It's fully detailed. The Nike sneakers, the enamel. I mean, it just took a lot of time into this. Even if you're standing from the side and you're looking at it, it's like, what is that? You know, it's just something different.
So let's talk about Uncut Gems.
With the Safdie brothers you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the guy who did the jewelry for Adam, like that Star of David ring he had with a 4-carat in the middle. That was me. The Rolex he was wearing with the red face. You know, I had to swag him up New York style. I put a Cuban bracelet on him. I had to get him, you know, I had to get him looking right. I get a phone call from my friend and client, Cameron. He's like, yo, what's up, bro? I'm like, what's up, killer? He's like, I'm here with the Safdie brothers, and they were Adam Sandler, and they wanna, you know, come and see how you work. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah. Like 2-3 hours later, they were ringing on my doorbell, and I didn't think it would happen that instant, because they were in New York, I guess. Adam is here, you know, that guy's an important guy. So they made things happen quick, and that's how the connection happened.
Since Izzy's the one who does all the buying of the diamonds, all the production part of our company, as far as all the pieces being built, that was his portion. So he shadowed Izzy for about, say, 45 days or 60 days or so.
They sat here and he watched how you see what she's doing and asking questions. What's this? We told him, we explained to him what a loop is, how to look into a diamond, daily operations, and you know, where's my money and where's that, where's this, so you can see a daily life of a diamond dealer in a store owner, baby.
Having done that, you know, we built our own relationship with the film crew and the Safdie brothers, and my nephew, which is my brother's son, ended up landing a major role in the movie, played Adam Sandler's son.
It was randomly. It wasn't something they asked if I had a son or this and that. And my nephew was outside with my son. They were betting on something. I don't know. My son was like, nah, you this. And my nephew's quiet, with the quiet one. My son was like, yeah, I'm telling you, you're gonna see. And they were looking for an aggressive 14-year-old, you know, and you know, smart ass, wise ass type of 14-year-old. So they were like, hey, who are you? And my son was like, you know, my father's in Avianne. My name is Jonathan. Like, oh, we know your father, blah, blah, blah. And then they contact me and tell him to come in to take an audition. And they took him. I was surprised myself that he got the part. I'm like, where did you learn how to act like that? He's like, from you. I'm like, you see that in me? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. At least you picked up something good for me, I said. Except the shitting part. Except the part, like, I got a shit. Like, that's funny, though.
Almost 300 days out of the year I was gone, constantly living on the road, in and out of hotels, motels, you know, just bobbing and weaving. The business that I'm in is a very lucrative business. You know, the product that I have it's a commodity. You know, you can liquidate it anywhere. So, you know, just putting myself out there was a mission in itself. 7 years ago, I was at the Hard Rock Cafe, and my vehicle got shot at 40 times.
New footage of a dramatic multi-million-dollar jewelry heist in Midtown. Three men.
A trio of bandits tied up store employees and got away with a lot of jewelry.
Tied up and then robbed workers at gunpoint. CBS 2's Christina.
The robbery, that's something. Usually don't talk about it. You know, it takes me back to a place where you know, shit happens to people at the end of the day. They came in, 3 guys, acting like they were gay. I don't discriminate. I said, okay, come in, I'll work with you. So he picks out the ring, and I take the one guy to the back. You know, at that moment, my son and my nephew's in the back, picking out watches that they were gonna wear to a bar mitzvah that night. They wanna be like their parents, of course. So I told them, go to the back, pick out watches, and I forgot they were in the back with all the watches out. We had like 150 watches out on the table, and they were looking at what they were gonna wear, which one. For an hour, they were sitting there. I forgot all about it. So I came to the back with the guy, and I'm telling them, put all the merchandise away. Why is everything out like that? And that's when the guy sat down, and I sat down, and I wanted to size his finger, and that's when he pulled out the gun on me, and then everything else is on the news.
He was telling me that one of the robbers was saying, if I can't have this, you can't have it either. Take this shit off your wrist. But the funny thing is, people think that, we were raised with like a silver or a platinum spoon in our mouth, not knowing the fact that we came from the fucking gutter. We lived in the largest Section 8 housing in the world, in East New York, Brooklyn. You know what I mean? So people judge you and not knowing who you are and what where you came from, or what you've experienced in life. It's sad, but that's the world we live in.
I'm just thankful that nothing happened to my son, to my nephew. The kids were more important to me. So at the end of the day, that's what every day I think about that till today. Like how I could have prevented, or what I could have done, and what I should have done, which I already did. Now I have an armed guard at all times, which I should have had from the get-go at the end of the day. And you learn the hard way in life,
These are the stories that not only I have, but people within my industry have. These are the type of grounds that we walk on in order to achieve our goals. You have to watch out. Just like you and I wake up every morning to go to work to make an honest living, these guys who do the robbing and the stealing, they wake up every morning to do their job. And it's a jungle out there.
We are targets because we have jewelry, diamonds. So I guess, when someone wants to, what they call it, looking for a come up, they do what it takes.
We were kids. We were 20-year-old kids, running the streets. We were not suited up. We're in Timbs and jeans and hoodies, running around selling this work, going from city to city, state to state, just getting to the bag. And there was nothing that was gonna stop us. Nothing. There was nothing that was getting in our way. We would take a $1 million bag, liquidate it, and come back home with $1 million cash. And that's what it was about.
I mean, we've been there since '99. So the impact of Avianne in the diamond industry, or in the hip hop, the culture, we've grown together, and we try to give the best. And if it's something of ours, we stand behind it.
The way we were brought up is to constantly and always be transparent and be yourself. You either gonna like it or you not gonna like it. They say, real will always recognize real. Some people don't like real. This is what it is. We're real people.